Hey, how's it going? This is my theory and practice one, and what I'm going to be working on ties into my material critique one, and which relies on Vygotskian concepts or sociocultural concepts. And but the specific exercise we're going to be working on today relies more on cognitive linguistic concepts. So what this includes is I'm going to take the blog post, How to Learn Any Language in Record Time, by Tim Ferriss, who is not an academic, but he has written extensively on language and language acquisition. And we're going to use as an exercise for college freshmen in an entry-level French class, uh, stage 3 of this of this blog post technique, where you learn grammar by creating flashcards, and it's about using the flashcards to learn the structure more so than the words. And so what we would do is take something that the student is interested in and use that to create a sentence. So for this class today, we would be looking at the past tense, the past perfect tense, and then the question form. So I'm going to use sports because I'm a sports fan. So what we do first, I would have the class look up the footballer scored the goal in French. So then they would write this on their note card. The footballer a marqué le but. And then they would look at the past perfect tense, where it's more of a passive voice. The goal was scored by the footballer in French. Le but a été marqué par le footballeur. So then we get that. And then you would write that on the note card as well. And then you would also write, was the goal scored by the footballer in French? And so we would get the different verb, the sentence forms, and then what we would also need is images to go along with those forms. And so this is where a lot of the cognitive theory comes into place, because you're not just going over and over words, but you are trying to do things to make them stick. In this case, associating them with images that you would have some sort of connection to. So I would look up footballer, and I would go images, and then right here we have let's say Mbappe. So then I could save that, copy that, and then I would take maybe football goal image, and then we've got a couple to go with. And then what I would do is find one that I liked and then saved it. And the same thing with did the footballer score a goal? I'm not going to type in the question and look for an image, but sometimes when you shrug, that could be a question, that the question motion. So I look at this, and I think this is kind of funny, so it would work. So, but then if we look here, I feel like these two are a little too close together. Like they both have their arms out. So what I might do is find another image that has a little bit of a different action in it for a footballer scoring a goal, just so that there's not as much confusion. So I would decided to go with this one here, and I typed in bicycle kick for this. But the students can sort of type whatever they need to create the image that they feel is most likely going to help them remember. And then what they would do at that point is create flashcards, which I've done here. And I would obviously like this to be in color and probably a little bit bigger, but I think for the sake of this, just for demo purposes, you get where I'm coming from. The image, the French version, and then the English version on the back. And you're not memorizing the sentence, you're memorizing the structure. And the idea behind that is so that the students could take the flashcards, quiz themselves, but then even quiz each other with flashcards on different topics. Maybe one student is using sports, another student is using fashion, and the idea is that they're seeing that the nouns change, but where the ingredients are in the sentence don't change. And what that does is kind of help create a familiarity with the grammar structure. And I would stress this as well, to have the students use regular verbs at first, just to avoid confusion there. And then once they've done this enough, then they can get to the Vygotskian concepts, where they are applying these the things that they've learned to maybe a newspaper report on a football game, or on a fashion scene that happened, a red carpet event. And so they are taking it sort of out of that cognitive linguistic zone, and then putting it more into the socio-cultural zone, and then they can use that as a scaffolding for future linguistic concepts. So that's the idea. I think this is something that could be either 20 minutes if you just do have the students make 3 flashcards, or you can make them use 4 or 5 or even 6 flashcards and stretch it out for a whole period, and then the next period they're quizzing themselves, quizzing each other. I will say I would use a minimum of 3. I think having them create 1 flashcard at a time may not create the momentum necessary. So that's the idea, and I would love to hear the feedback. Thank you.